Houston Texans taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And wow, a gamble here right off the bat. An onside kick to begin the game. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans hands team recovers. Now they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know, maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt. That could really change the momentum of this game in a hurry.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now Stroud. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Let's go now.
11 yards there. 1st down. And Stroud now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. Stiff-armed him. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Completes this to Addison out left. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. From the gun, here's Cousins. Under pressure, they got him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Now Cousins. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. He gets it to Addison. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 55 yards. And the Vikings post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. After a fairly uneventful 1st quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The 1st quarter almost felt like a few...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 5. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This is a half, but not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. Touchdown! Dalton Schultz from 21 yards away. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is... They've got his man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown at the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
First down, here's Cousins. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Cam Akers, 33 yards. And the Vikings have retaken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.